What's up, everyone? It's Justin Kruger. The lovely Perry. This weird thing. This is nice though. I like the trees. We are walking over to the expo center, which is not open yet, but we might see if we can go in there.
The back of that train has a front.
The back of the train has a front, apparently? Okay. Maybe it goes both directions. It goes both directions. We had breakfast this morning. The waiter gave Lexi a weird look when she didn't want coffee, even though it was part of the breakfast combo. And she said, no, I don't want any coffee. And he looked at me because he was confused.
It's like, what's wrong with her? Why are you at a coffee shop with her?
Yeah, the croissants were A+ though. Those were some good croissants. And we're just gonna see if we can explore a little bit before the first day of the majors. We are just about to leave the Rainbow Six Siege majors, the first day anyways. We just watched Vitality play Team Secret. Personally, I was a little bit rooting for Team Vitality, but I think it's just because they're the home team, so I was excited for them to do well. But Team Secret won, and now we need to get food. It's about like 7 or 8 o'clock, I think, here. I have no idea. I'm exhausted and I'm starving.
Technically 7 o'clock, our mental clocks are not right.
It's 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, sweet. So we're gonna get some food and then I feel more awake than I did before. I think the nap, well, I fell asleep in the media room. So like I'm pretty good right now. So like I'm hungry.
I feel like I couldn't fall asleep because you fell asleep, so someone had to watch our stuff.
Yeah. Someone had to stand guard. So now I think that when I eat though, after I eat, then I'll like fall asleep.
I'm ready for bed.
Yeah. Alright. Well, food time. Okay, so we have spent the past, 2-3 days mostly at the convention center for the Rainbow Six Majors, which the final is happening today, so we're definitely gonna go watch that. But right now we are in, I don't know what this neighborhood is called, but we're near the Eiffel Tower. We're actually headed to the Eiffel Tower right now. We had a very delicious breakfast at a really cute little cafe place. And yeah, now we're just gonna go see the Eiffel Tower. We can actually see it from here, but we're still pretty far away, so we're on our way over there. What? Don't laugh at me.
I'm laughing because as soon as we saw it, your first reply is, it's smaller than I thought.
It is smaller than I thought, but we're kind of far, so maybe it'll be taller once we get closer to it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and then you have to tell me where to put my hand so it looks like I'm touching the top of it.
You have no... Okay, one, look behind you and see how you're focused.
Wait, what's wrong with it? I don't know. Close?
Okay, your hand is here, the tower is there.
Oh, okay. Hang on. This way?
You're getting closer.
I can't tell. That's why you have to help me.
What are you aiming to do? I need
touch the top of the tower, like everyone else.
Okay.
All right.
Put your hand where you're jumping.
I can't do it. Alright, I quit. No, I quit. It's too late. No, it's too late.
No, we're doing it.
Ow. So I've been exploring a lot the past couple of days after the Paris Major. Right now I'm inside of the Louvre, the Musée du Louvre. You can see this courtyard. It's very beautiful. And I'm on my way now to check out the pyramid. Yesterday I walked about 8 miles, which I think is like 12 kilometers. And I saw the Sacré-Cœur, the cathedral at the top of the hill at Montmartre? I can't say it. I walked on the Champs-Élysées and I got some really delicious macaroons, probably the best macaroons that I've ever had, which makes sense because I'm in France. And I saw the Arc de Triomphe, and now today I really want to see, oh my god, it's so much bigger than I expected. It's the museum, it's the pyramid. Okay, well, I didn't know that the Louvre is closed on Tuesdays. And I had yesterday and today to explore. Yesterday I spent my whole day walking around Paris like an idiot, and now the museum is closed. So I leave tomorrow, which means that the thing that I was most excited to see, which was the museum, I am not able to get into. So I feel like an idiot, but I guess I'll just have to come back to Paris. Darn. Alright, so as you can see, I am home. I feel like if I were trying to be a actual vlogging YouTuber as my main job, I would be terrible at it because I like taking videos of things as I'm walking around because it's kind of like taking photos. But I hate the part of it where I have to actually talk about what is going on. So I didn't do a ton of that the last couple of days after the event. Basically what I did was I spent the last 2 days just getting an Uber from my hotel, which was kind of out of the way. And I went to some landmark and then I just spent the entire day walking around that area. So the first day I went to Sacré-Cœur, which is on top of the hill and it has a really beautiful view. And I just randomly chose streets to walk down after that, which was really awesome. It was a very fun feeling to just kind of not have a plan and to just go wherever I felt like going. So I walked for about 2 hours and then I looked up and I realized that I was coming up on the Arc de Triomphe, which is this huge monument, obviously. So that was really cool to just kind of happen upon that. The Arc de Triomphe is actually kind of connected to the Champs-Élysées, which is the like main, there's like a big kind of touristy street. There was actually, I think it was a Gucci store that had a line outside of it with a security guard who would only let some people in at a time so that there weren't too many people crowding the store. And I hate pronouncing French words now because I feel like I sound so stupid. Like I thought that I had an okay French accent before I went there, and now I just feel like every word I say sounds terrible. So I apologize if I am butchering these words, but hopefully you guys get the point anyway. And then I just kept walking and I stopped and I had dinner. One thing that I really like about France is that when you go to a restaurant, a lot of the restaurants have tables just kind of set up outside. And rather than you going up to a server and saying like, hey, I want a seat, you just sit down and then they come over to you and they're like, hey, what do you want? And you tell them what you want and that's it. So I heard a lot of people talking about how they feel like the servers in France are very rude because they don't like hover all the time, I guess. But I actually kind of loved it because I just sat down and I was just like, this is what I want. They would bring it to me and then they would leave me alone and they wouldn't try and ask me how the food was while I was eating. So I actually really liked it. And then the second day, I went to the Louvre Museum which is like this absolutely massive museum. Most people know it because it has the pyramid in the front. And the pyramid is really cool. It was a lot bigger than I expected. And I think, yeah, I didn't expect it was so big. And the museum itself takes like many, many days if you want to actually look at a lot of the stuff. But I didn't know, and I feel so dumb for this, but I didn't know that the museum is closed on Tuesdays. And of course, the day that I tried to go was Tuesday. So didn't get to go. And that was okay though. Like I got to see it at least, and you know, that's an excuse for me to go back. But after that, I walked over to the Notre Dame, which is the big cathedral, and it's very beautiful. And you can go up in the towers, but you have to get like a ticket in advance, which I didn't do. So again, poor planning. Next time I will plan better. And then I walked around a lot. That whole like area is really pretty and kind of touristy, but not too bad, I don't think, once you get a little bit away from the landmarks. There's this neighborhood called, and again, I can't say ours in French. They're really difficult. So I apologize if I butcher this, but it's Le Marais? I don't know if it's A's or A's. Basically, it's like the very kind of trendy district that is north of the Notre Dame, and it's there's lots of like art galleries and little stores and things that are really cute. And yeah, I walked around there a lot. I think my favorite part of the trip was actually, well, maybe not my favorite part, but one of the things that I liked most about those 2 days was that I would just get a drink from a store, and then I would just go and sit by the river. And it was very beautiful, and you could just watch the ferries go by, and you know, people watch as people were jogging and riding their bikes and everything. And it was really peaceful and just very nice. I think for me, I really wanted those 2 extra days after the event because I don't really get a lot of time just to myself. And generally I'm okay with that, but I think everyone understands that kind of feeling of just wanting to be away from everyone. And it's even more so with someone who streams every day. You know, I'm always on Twitter and I'm always accessible to hundreds or thousands of people. And it was really, really nice to just have 2 days where no one gave a shit who I was. I didn't have any meetings. I didn't have phone calls. I didn't have, like, no one knew who I was. I was just another person that was just kind of walking around. And that was really refreshing for me. Yeah, now I'm just trying to readjust to being back on California time. It's nice to be home. I feel, you know, refreshed. I definitely want to go back. Yeah, there's a few other things that I know that I want to do and try now that I have been there once. I don't know. I had a really, really good time. There was a part of me that was very sad to come back, but I'm also excited to get back to streaming and everything, and I miss my dog and miss my computer and everything. So, yeah, but I look forward to going back to France. 10 out of 10 trip. I had a really good time. I hope you guys enjoy the vlog, and yeah, I guess we'll see you whenever the next trip is.